Hey guys, welcome back to the Chronicles. It's Nicole. I'm gonna go ahead and make some cute little mason jars out of some craft card. I made it out of the file folder that we were working with the other day with the flip out file folder. So I had some file folder left over and I just crafted lunch. So yeah, I just ran the die cuts through my Sizzix Big Shot and made some out of that file folder paper. But I think I'm going to make some out of craft paper so that I can make some cards or you know, tags. And so let me go ahead and grab my Sizzix and we can do some die cuts. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is just some standard cardstock craft paper. It's 65 pound, 176 GSM, so it's not too thick and it's not too thin. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be using to cut my mason jars and the lid for the mason jars and the tags. So let's just do this and I'll run it through really quickly. As soon as I find the lid, here it is. So I'm just going to place that right there. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not taping this down or anything. I'm just going on faith that this is going to cut it with no problem. Oh. And it did. So here are my little dies. Move those out of the way. And here are the mason jars. And let's see. I want to ink these before I mount them. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink them with Vintage Photo. Actually, I want to ink. Oh, here's another lid. And this one's made out of paper. This is my lid that's made out of cardstock. Okay. Alright, that's going to go on there. I think that's enough inking. I'm going to get a couple of stamps because I want to put a stamp inside the mason jar. So these are the stamps that I was thinking about using. Possibly this one right here, my little side butterfly. Let me find my inking block or my stamping block. So I'm going to place this directly on the stamping block and I'm going to stamp it with my Stays On in jet black. And these are just some Dollar Tree stamps. They're clear silicone stamps and pretty decent quality for $1. So let's get this saturated really well. Nope, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp this right here in the center of the jar. Just going to give this a second for the ink to transfer, and voila. I'm going to clean off my stamp normally what I do. Even the cheapest of the stamps, I clean them off just because, you know, I want them to last. So there's that. I'm going to glue down this lid for this square mason jar. And I'm just using a bit of PVA glue that I transferred into this tiny piping bottle. This has a precision tip on it, so. And okay, there's that. And to fancy this up a little bit, I think I'm going to put a little bit of boho ribbon on the lid. I just have to find my ribbon. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my bit of boho ribbon that I want to add down here on the bottom of this, or sorry, at the top of this mason jar. And it has like a gold trim with some little pom-poms hanging at the bottom there. So I'm just going to measure and cut this in place. Let me get my tiny scissors. These are my tiny Tim Holtz shears or snips that I was gifted a while back. And I'm going to use Fabrifix to adhere this because it glues paper to paper, paper to fabric, fabric to fabric, and I think it'll hold this ribbon down really nicely without using too much of it. So I'm just going to place this as flat as possible right on the lid. Oops. Okay. Okay. And for this mason jar, I'm going to put a different stamp on there. I'm going to use a different stamp. I just have to find it. I don't know what I did with it. I'll be right back. Well, I don't know when my battery died or when it stopped recording, but this is what I have so far. And all I've done was really just glued my mason jar onto this green cardstock, inked around the edges, put an eyelet in, and yeah, I don't know what just happened. I gave you guys full instructions on how I got this. And I don't know what happened, but it just stopped. I'm trying out some new batteries because I didn't want my batteries dying on me while recording, but apparently the batteries that I put in is not as powerful as the original camera batteries. So these are the things that you go through with making videos. It's all trial and error, and you know, this is actually my second time filming this video. My first time filming this video, I lost all the sound, and I can prove to you that I've done this video before because here are the 2 tags that I've already made. Okay, so this is actually my second time working this out, so I'm very sorry. Please bear with me. It's all gonna be okay in the end. Alright, so I am going to crack on with this. I'm going to put some glue on the back of this mason jar. I'm just going to get a very thin line of glue up around here, around the lid, just to make sure that that upper part sticks. And I'm going to try not to get any glue on the front, but this is going right about here. And my PVA glue will dry clear eventually. I just have to let it sit and it'll dry clear. I'm looking for my little pin to put back into my glue. And let's see, where are we? So I've done that. I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon here at the top. Yep, so I just use, sometimes I use my pokey tool to pull this through, sometimes I use my pencil, and today it looks like it's going to be a pencil day, so I'm just going to pull this through here. And I'll put a little dab of glue right onto the ribbon to hold it in place. And while that's drying, I'm going to get a tag topper for this one. I hope I have another gold tag topper. And if I don't, I'll have to break out the Cricut. Not the Cricut, the Sizzix Big Shot, and make another one. This one seems a bit large. So let me go get my Sizzix and my tag die cut, and I'll make another gold tag topper like this one. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I made 3 little gold tag toppers on the Sizzix. I'm just going to place this right about here, and I think that'll look really sweet. I think I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. It's a bit too tall. So I'm going to make it exactly, make it 3 3/4. It was almost 4 inches, but I think 3 3/4 will make it look really cute. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little PVA glue on here, and we can call this one done. But I also want to make something a little bit different. I don't know if it's going to be in this video or another video, but I want to use up some of that file folder, parts of it that I didn't use when I was making this little flip thing here, the little flip file folder. So I want to use up the rest of that file folder that I did not use, and I'll probably do it in a separate video. But here are my tags. Put my glue pin back in. This thing is so tiny. I'm gonna tie a little, what is this? A little bit of string around this ribbon. It not only holds it in place, but it gives it another little element of texture. So there's that. And I'm just going to cut it down to size. And now we have that. See that? And we have this. And on the back here, I'm going to stamp some lines on there so that I can write on the back of this if I wanted to. My mom sent me this sweet little pack of clear line stamps. So I'm going to stamp on the back of here with, I think I'll use this one this time. The whole thing won't stamp on there. I don't think it'll fit. Let's see. Let's try it and see. I don't think I'll get the parentheses, but I'll definitely get the lines. Yeah, I won't get the whole parentheses. Let's see if there's a different one that I can use. Guess I'll go back to this one. This is the one that I used previously. And it still does not fully fit. But what I'll do is I'll not ink the parentheses. That's what I'll do. So I will just ink around just the lines itself and avoid the parentheses part. Let me get my stamping block. I'll see if this works. Okay, and I'll just clean off the ink on the parentheses part and just stamp it. Yeah, that's cute. That's what I'll do. Again, I'll just stamp the lines itself. If any ink gets on the little parentheses, I'll just wipe that away and then stamp it onto the card. Sometimes you gotta improvise. That's what crafting is really all about. It's just figuring out what works, what doesn't work. Trial and error. Making it up as you go along sometimes. That also works. So okay, that looks pretty cute to me. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, so now we have this little tag or journaling card really, and I'll just let that sit and dry for a moment. But we also have this cute little tag with a mason jar and a butterfly stamped in the middle. So there's that. And let me put my little gold tag toppers aside. And let's see what else we can make. All right. And I'll be right back. Okay, well, I decided that I'm going to do another video with the next thing that I want to make, but I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. These were the two that I made earlier today when my voice didn't record properly, and these are the two that you just saw me make. Identical cards. They look almost identical to the previous. And yeah, so that's all I got for you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do down below. Do something crafty today. Have a crafty day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.